States terrorist and not terrorist, or like which government is decided is kind of based upon. I mean, the United States is backing Israel, and the United States itself doesn't want to be called a terrorist when it's involved in a war that's relatively similar. We've had a lot of large amounts of casualties, civilian casualties, in both the Iraqi and in the Iran war, Afghanistan war. And I mean, our state doesn't want to be called a terrorist state. So, and if we allowed someone to call the Israeli state a terrorist state, I mean, it would be logical that we would be included in that as well.
Yes.
That's also contained within this Turkish resolution against Turkey. They're saying, okay, America, if you're going to pass a resolution belly up to the 19th century with American Indians, etc., and on top of that, accept what you've done before you call us names. One of the problems, the basic problem in answer to your question is there's probably only, I'm guessing, 4 people in this room, maybe, and I'm not one of them, that can understand what it means to be a refugee, member of a refugee population. Okay, we are a spoiled group that have no concept as a whole, personally, of what's going on over there. We've been fed information from both sides that is incredible propaganda, and we personally can't even guess at what it means to be living. At first, if you notice, she said Syria was wonderful, then leaving Syria was wonderful because it wasn't Palestine. We just have no concept of what that means, being comfortable here. And until 9/11, we had no concept of what it meant to be having anything happen on our shores. We are just so undereducated on this issue, and there's so much to get caught up on to begin with. You've got the Romans, you've got the Babylonians, you've got the Spanish Inquisition, you've got this whole stretch of thing, and that's just one people that has had problems, let alone the other people that are caught in this horrible situation. And we're at the point where we've got to, as Todd put it, deal with what's on the ground and not say, where did it start? Okay, Israel needs a homeland, the Palestinians need, Jews need a homeland, or the people that think there needs to be a homeland among the Jews need it. Palestinians need a homeland because it's their home ancestrally. We've got to start with that basis and move on from that, not try to tag, things, unfortunately. And none of the solutions so far, as Todd put it, have really been approaching that yet.
Well, I understand your point, but like referring to the 9/11 deal, just as an example, when that happened, our government went back and found the root of what the problem was and how it started, right?
Did they?
As far as I've watched a few documentaries, and they found that these guys came in and we didn't even see them, and they took flight schools, and we didn't even know they were, part. And as far as I'm concerned, we got down to how we let them in our country and how that happened, right?
What was our response?
We responded back in attacking, the groups of people, Al Qaeda and things like that, correct?
No.
Ed, you're probably better to answer this one.
Well, we went after Al Qaeda with not enough manpower, so they were able to get away. And if we were going to take it so seriously, it might have been nice to take it more seriously in terms of number of boots on the ground when we went after them. It was not treated as if it were a high priority operation.
But we didn't. We attacked the enemy of Al Qaeda, Saddam Hussein.
Well, we went after Al Qaeda first, with a few people, before going after Al Qaeda's enemy in Iraq, with much larger number of people.
That's right with you. You know, I really quote Pat Buchanan. I think Pat Buchanan said something that was profound one day. When he said, you know, as Americans, we always, after 9/11, we kept asking the question, why do we hate them so? And we never asked the other question. Or why, we asked the question, why do they hate us so? We never asked the question, why do we hate them so? And the question that America has never really dealt with is, why is it that people would come and attack the United States? What is it that, you know, was there a reason for this, or is this just some kind of anomaly? They just all of a sudden woke up one day and decided to attack the United States. And that's a question that we never get to. And I think a lot of this, I'm like Dr. Maurice, I'm not optimistic at all that this will be solved anytime before I've been in at least 1,000 years. But there are a lot of issues in here that I think that are way beyond us, that deal with things that really are beyond our pay grade to understand. And this concept has gone on, and it sort of has fed itself and has evolved. And you know, I took a course years ago that was at Florida State on Middle East history as a graduate course. And one of the things I recognize is that, you know, it's almost like peeling the onion. Every time you pull this another layer, there's something even more important. And what we have to understand is that until the two sides can somehow work out an agreement amongst themselves, figure out what they can live with, it's going to be very difficult for us to impose a peace on them or expect these kind of positions for peace to work.